All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back. Get this. Guy is meant to go on a first date with a girl. He cancels twice for whatever reason, okay? He sends me this email. And he's feeling like the victim. He doesn't know what to do. And he doesn't realize and understand why the girl hasn't contacted him back yet. This is what we're going to go on about today, guys. The victim. You know what? I haven't even done any prep work. I just got this email in this morning. Right? So let me break it down for you here. So this fucking guy meets this girl on Tinder. They're chatting away. Everything looks good. And he asks her out. Okay? So he asks her out. She says, yeah, that sounds good. On the day they were first meant to meet, he said he had to cancel. All right, he had some work stuff going on now. I don't know the exact ins and outs of the work detail, but he said he had to work. Now, he even sent me screenshots of what he said. She was like, okay, look, I hope everything's okay, right? She was actually, in fairness, being polite, right? Now, here's the thing. This is where this fucker should be manning up and either saying, you know what, I'm not interested, or he should be jumping in and saying, hey, how about Wednesday night instead, or Thursday night, or whatever the hell, right? Like, guys, I hope I'm going to give you an important message here today, and this whole victim bullshit people play, like, I don't know if this guy's actually delusional, whether he actually believes that he's the victim, or he's just using it as an excuse not to meet the girl. You know, and he's trying now to play a little bit of the victim card here to see how much of a prick he is, and really wanted to see, what does this Peter fella think? You know, am I a complete dick? You know, maybe his mum or dad, maybe one of his buddies actually jumped in and said, hey, buddy, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you doing this to this girl? What's going on with you? What's wrong with you? You know? Like, I understand. Like, I've had to, and I can tell you this now, guys. I've had to cancel a couple of dates. Every now and then, right? Something comes up. We've all been there. Something comes up at the last minute or whatever it is. And like there's been one, I do remember this one time about a year ago, went on a date. And I'd say about an hour and a half before the date, I had to cancel. Something genuinely came up. And I swear to God, I felt so fucking bad that it was so late in the day. Like, I mean, I think I was meeting her at something like 8 o'clock. And I must have got onto her at about 6:30, you know, around that time. And that's shocking, you know, for the other person. I mean, this person could be in the fucking bathroom getting ready, right? And I hope that this, like, if there's any girls out there that are getting, you know, dickheads like this fella playing the victim, you know, ladies, please remember, this is coming from a man's point of view. Not all of us men are like this. All right? And believe me, I felt bad for that one. So this is what we are like. A lot of us. We're like, oh, fuck. Bollocks, I got to cancel now. On. You know what we're thinking as well? We're thinking, uh-oh, I've blown it. You know? Surely you're excited to go on a date, right? Surely you're getting your best clothes on. You've got all the clothes ironed, ready for the night. You want to impress the girl as much as you can. Like, if anything, you're thinking, oh, fuck. I've blown this. Or okay, and then you're kind of like, well, no, maybe not. So, like, for me, what I did with this girl, whatever it was, last year, hour and a half to go, yeah, I'm feeling like shit. I'm feeling terrible about this. And I'm thinking, oh, God, I hope I haven't blown it. So there are two things going through my mind. And I remember the message I sent. And on purpose, I sent a very, very long message. You know, something, hey, how's it going? Listen, I'm so sorry. I cannot make it tonight. Something's come up. I even gave her the description of what was going on. Because you know what? I felt she deserved to know what the fuck is going on. You know? You don't just leave it blank. You know? You don't just fucking leave it and just, oh, hey, sorry, I can't meet up tonight. Something's come up. No, fuck you. You give some fucking detail. You know, maybe it's a family emergency where you can't go into too much detail. Fair enough, and I understand that. But guys, you know, this is what about respect, and people then bitch and moan why people aren't calling them back, messaging them back when they're doing it to other people anyway. You know, I've ghosted some girls out there in the past, and you know what? I manned up, And then I've got ghosted back in the day, and or even afterwards, and said, well, you know what, Peter? You fucking ghosted one or two girls now. Tough shit. Man up, bitch. Get over it. Suck it up. You've just got the same as what you've given to other people. And this is exactly what we need to be doing. Taking responsibility for this type of fucking behavior. I've done it. I've still done it. It's not good. It's not good. So this guy, anyway, I'm sorry guys, I'm going a bit long-winded, because it actually does annoy me. I have to say, this thing, it really does fucking bother me when people play the victim. Like, if this guy just emailed in and said, hey, so Peter, look, I've been trying to email this girl or contact her, and look, I'm trying to get her to go out on a date with me here, but I've cancelled twice, and I've contacted her multiple times since, tried to reschedule a date. I'd be like, buddy, sorry to hear it, man. Look, maybe she wasn't interested in you there in the first place anyway, dude, Maybe she was just going out for a couple of drinks. Like, that's what I'd be saying to him, if that was the situation. But it's clearly not. So this guy, anyway, he says, yeah, sure. She says, yeah, okay, no problem. And there's no reschedule from this guy after he cancels it on the first time. Then, the day of, he cancels again. And I couldn't even believe he sent me the screenshots. And in fairness, I wouldn't say I admire him, but I do appreciate that he's actually, like, spilling the beans. He's not bullshitting, unless there's other stuff on an email or a chat that I'm not seeing. But, like, the guy's sending me screenshots. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's had that, I've just finally woken up. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Why am I doing this to women? Maybe he's probably doing this fucking several times. Like, what am I doing? My God. He's like that guy who just fucking woken up on a fucking Japanese island, didn't realize the war was over, but now he's realized it is over. The moment of clarity, maybe. I don't know. But it's weird him sending me the screenshot. So I'm just trying to kind of justify it a little bit for him. But anyway, I'm not going that far. So he cancels again, and he says, look, hey, sorry, work thing has come up again tonight, or whatever it was. Or maybe it was again, not sure. But a work thing anyway, the second time around. I'm not even looking at the messages, because quite honestly, they piss me off. I don't want to read his email again. And even in and so she went, okay. That was it. No full stop, no sure, hope you're okay. This time she just went, okay. In fact, quite honestly, I'm surprised she even contacted him back the second time. Because number one, guys, look, if you're cancelling a date, number one, what you do? You come in with a solution. You bring a solution to the table. Okay? You don't sit there and expect the person that you've cancelled on to be rescheduling a date with you. Because if you're like that, you're full of shit. You're not into the person, the guy or girl. You're just looking for a bit of fucking attention and, let him come running to me or let her come running to me. That's what you're doing. Like, that's ridiculous behavior. So you need to be rescheduling, okay? I'm bringing you the solution, guys, if you're this fucking clueless when it comes to these things. And I hope you're not. And quite honestly, I don't think most people are. People know this stuff. And especially when that fear of, oh God, I might have blown it now with this chick or this guy. We all have that. So you reschedule. You write a long message explaining why you can't make it now. If it's a family emergency or if it's some super secret CIA confidential work detail, well, then you can't get into too much detail. But you can certainly give them quite a bit of information. And they fucking deserve it, right? That's the way I look at it. They deserve a bit of respect. You're cancelling on them. And Lord knows, there's women out there that I've heard this, guys, and I've had a podcast about this even as well. Some women, not all of them, some women can spend up to 300 quid on a first fucking date. So like this girl in particular here, what if she did spend 300 quid? Or what if she spent 50? I mean, hey, 25 quid, 50 quid is enough. That was a waste of money. I mean, what if she did get her hair done that day? What if the guy you're meeting tonight you cancel on, he got a new fucking suit, new jumper, new pants? Now, Obviously, you can wear it again. Of course. But I mean, even for the ladies here, what if a woman did get a manicure that day? Now, fair enough, she can still look good, and she'll look good for tomorrow anyway when she goes back to work or whatever. But we gotta have a bit of fucking perspective here on this one. Because it's not right. It's not right. And then you should have heard the email. So, hey, Peter, I cancelled on this girl twice. I don't know what to do. What's going on? Haven't heard from her. That's what he said. He hasn't heard from her. He fucking sat back on his ass, waiting to see if she was going to contact him. Seriously, guys. I mean, did mom and dad spoil you so much? Like, are you one of these kids that's an only child that you're just so used to having everything you want? And by the way, I'm not saying that about every only child out there, okay? Just so you're thinking I'm not slating you here. But there's a lot of that going on with only children. Not all of them. There's a bit of that going on with a lot out there. Did mommy and daddy give you too much? Did they give you too many fucking hugs and you expect everybody to be dropping at your feet? Have you talked to your friends about this? Like, wasn't it obvious what I was going to say when you contacted me? Isn't this really, like... Is the brain fog that fucking bad? Have you been that spoiled that you're that up your own fucking ass wondering why the girl hasn't contacted you? You've just humiliated her, dude. And any ladies out there as well, if you've done the same, this is for both men and women. If you cancel on somebody first, hey, fuck, okay. And in fairness, I've been cancelled on dates, and guess what I think? Is this legit? Has she changed her mind? Has an ex-boyfriend come back on the scene? Has she met someone else on Tinder? Has she done this? Has she done that? You're thinking the worst. Now, if she comes back with rescheduling a date, then I'm like, okay, she's interested. Because let's be honest, we all think somebody cancelling on a date, our first thought is, they're not interested. Okay. And especially if they don't ask for another date. Hey, I can't meet Monday night. Sorry, listen, how about Tuesday night instead? Is that okay? I mean, that's understandable. That's okay. I mean, I remember, Jesus, there was this one girl that I met online, and we were meant to go on a date. And you know what, guys? We didn't meet for a month. Now, here's the difference why. I told her at the start when I was talking to her, I said, listen, by the way, just so you know, I've got a lot of shit going on at the moment, which I did, 100%. And I said, I do want to meet you. And I had to cancel twice on her, right? However, I gave her very, very long answers back, very, very long messages, and I fucking made sure that if I had to work for the third time to meet, if I had to stay up in the middle of the night to get my work done, you gotta make sure that you meet her the third time around. I mean, this is it. And she even said it. And I went, you know what? You're dead fucking right. Like, I'd be the exact fucking same. But the point is this. I rescheduled. And it wasn't I was playing a game on her. No, I was genuinely interested to meet her. And I genuinely wanted to reschedule. And I genuinely didn't want to blow the fucking deal. And ladies, if some of you are out there, if you're delusional like this fucking shithead, this guy that's playing the victim here, you know what? If you cancel on a guy and you think he should be running after you saying, hey, how are you? And all of a sudden you're running around the place saying, oh, he's not into me at all. I haven't heard from him. But you haven't rescheduled a date. Well, you're delusional. Because no one's going to accept this behavior. You wouldn't. Fucking guarantee you wouldn't. No way. And it's okay, ladies. It's okay to actually reschedule a date with a guy. You know? Like, I've heard that excuse before. I remember talking to this girl. We were talking about rescheduling dates, funny enough, because it happened to me where a girl didn't reschedule a date with me. And I went, okay, that's it. Fuck this. Now, there was another girl, and it was actually only recently. Really wanted to meet this girl, and met her for one date. Second time around, I asked her, does she want to go for dinner? And she said, oh, hey, can I let you know the day of? Now, you see, here's the difference. This is a bit of a different scenario, right? So let's just paint the picture. So on the Monday, I'm waiting to hear from her. Now, it was a bank holiday Monday here in Ireland, so, I was off. I wasn't working that day, relaxing for the day. 4 or 5 o'clock rolls around, and I'm thinking, all right, well, it's over. She has zero fucking interest, because why would you just leave it that long, right? And I'd say at about 4 or 5 o'clock, that was it. I was out. Done. And she didn't contact me until 10:30 that night or something, or 10. I was like, are you taking the fucking piss? Really? Now, she's saying she had a horrible, horrible day, and she didn't reschedule a date. So then I went, oh, no, this is not good. So I literally texted her back, and I kind of gave her a half a lifeline here, right? So if anybody gets stuck in the situation, hopefully this gives you some insight or a bit of, an idea of what to do here, right? So I text her back. I didn't text her back that night. I went, oh, fuck that. Going to bed anyway. Text her back the next morning. I said, hey, no problem. Hope you're doing okay. Smiley face, I think wink, or smiley wink, thumb, something like that, right? But I was trying to look, fucking hell. Maybe she did have a horrendous fucking day, right? Maybe her boss came down hugely heavily on her, okay? I mean, it was just like crying, all hell broke loose. God only knows. Like, you give somebody the benefit of the doubt, right? And I did. Now, she didn't reschedule. I certainly didn't fucking reschedule back. And why, ladies? Because she's the one that cancelled. Yes? Or sorry, not even cancelled. She's the one. She didn't even contact me. Okay? So I'm still giving her a lifeline here. Well, like, okay, hey, maybe she just had to go to sleep now. Hopefully I'll hear from her the next day. And 2 blue ticks on WhatsApp when I said, hey, no problem. Hope you're doing okay. 2 blue ticks, red. Heard nothing from her at all. So that just tells you right there, guys. Okay? And remember, I was even telling a girl I know about this only recently, because we were, again, rescheduling dates comes up quite a bit. Actually, it's fucking mad the way it is going on at coronavirus. And I told her the story, and she goes, oh, yeah, well, that's fair enough, Peter, yeah. I went, yeah, okay, well, what would you do? And she goes, well, and she actually went to start talking about the girl again. She goes, well, she could have had a really bad day. And I said, okay, here's an interesting fact for you. She's not interested. She goes, well, how do you know? I went, how do I know? She didn't reschedule a fucking date. And she's like, well, she was maybe thinking that she blew it with you. Right? And she was afraid then to ask. Like, seriously, guys? Fuck right off with that bollocks. I mean, that is a ridiculous reaction to have. Can you imagine that? Like, you cancel a date with somebody, or you don't even contact them. The person contacts you back being friendly and like, okay, sure, fair enough. And they like you, but they're too afraid to ask you because they think they've blown it. That is such a load of horseshit. Honestly, that is such a load of horseshit. So ladies, please. And again, I'm just speaking for the ladies on this point here, because if some girls do this, and you know what? Hey, fuck it. Like this guy as well. What am I talking about? You think, oh, you've blown it and you're scared to text them. Really? Are you scared to text the person? Is the big bad wolf going to begin knocking on your door? Like, give me a fucking break. It doesn't take 2 seconds to text somebody. They're the person feeling left out, not you. Not you. You're the one that did it. And it is perfectly natural and normal to reschedule if you're a woman or if you're a man. It's as simple as that. Now, here's where the story actually continues. So, I know where she actually works. She told me when we first met on the first date. And normally, I go on a walk. And I kind of I always do the same walk around the city here when I just get out of the office, clear my head. And I actually do always walk by the side of their store, right? And so then all of a sudden I was walking along and doing my regular daily thing. And I thought I saw her walk past me. I went, Jesus Christ. So she not only doesn't get on to me, gives me some bullshit excuse why she couldn't meet up, and I'm even being nice back to her. She doesn't text me, and then she ignores me in town. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, at least you could have just said hello, you know? Like, she literally, it looked like she blanked me, right? I gotta say, I was a bit annoyed. I got talking to her again. I said, hey, did you ignore me on the street today? I think I was just riled up, guys. And look, hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. I just hope you guys don't make the same mistakes I do. So I even contacted her. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, you were ignoring me? And she's like, oh, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I went, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. And to be fair, maybe it wasn't. And then she was going on. I said, well, okay, well, look, I didn't contact you because I clearly think you've no interest. Then she says, oh, no, I do have interest. I do have interest. And she's like, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I don't know yet. I said, I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship, but if I met the special person come along, sounds corny, but if I met the right one, I'd definitely keep going and see what happens between that person and me. So I'm not scared of a relationship. Not at all. Not at all. So she says, oh, I'm looking for a relationship too. So then we were chatting away, and I'm like, look, at this stage, shall I just keep going? Fucking hell. So I kept going anyway. So I asked her, I said, look, do you want to meet up again? And even when I was asking her, I was like, oh, God. So guys, even I fuck up and make mistakes, all right? And I think this is a good time to actually bring this up, because don't make the same mistakes I'm doing. And I'll tell you why afterwards as well. And this is my reaction afterwards. So ask her out again. And this time she actually contacted me the day of, instead of just letting it slide. So she contacts me about like 2 o'clock. Hey, Peter, sorry, I can't meet up today. I'm just having a really bad day. We should do it again sometime. Now, this time I didn't text back. This time I was like, oh, fuck this, man. Fuck this. And make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. There is people out there that are delusional, that actually think that the guy or girl should be making all the effort, even if they cancel on you, because they've got such a high ego on them. There's other people out there that are just using it as an excuse. You know? And number 3, there is people out there that are actually trying to set you up. Like, guys, you know, you gotta believe in the ugly side of people too. The evil side of all of us. Because we all have an evil streak in us. And believe you, make no mistake about it, some people out there now, I do think that this girl was doing that. Maybe I'm wrong. But there is people out there that do this shit, guys. Just to set you up. Like, 100% conscious, I'm going to get him to ask me out again. And when he does, I'm going to cancel on the day. Now, I know that sounds pathetically cruel, right? Of course it is. And it 100% is. But guys, there is some people out there that are like this. So learn from my mistake. And you know what? I felt horrible after it. I felt humiliated, I have to say. You know, I was like, oh, Jesus, here my second time around asking her out. Wow, I look like a fucking asshole. I really did. So sometimes, you know, you feel like you gotta scratch the itch where you're like, all right, well, look, I'll just ask her out one more time, get it off my chest, you know, get the monkey off my back. You ain't getting a monkey off your back. The monkey's actually screaming in your fucking ear now. The monkey's still on your back with 2 hands behind your fucking neck, screaming in your ear, you fucking idiot, you fucking idiot, you fucking idiot. So even if you think you need to scratch the itch, guys, the itch gets worse. Believe me. So guys, let's close this off. And you know what? I hope that there's some good out of this. If you're going to cancel a date, you're the one that you need to rearrange a date. And in fact, what I would do is you tell the person, even if you can't commit to it another date and time yet, you tell the person, hey, can I contact you tomorrow and I'm going to go through my plan, we'll discuss and arrange another time. Would that be okay with you? And then you fucking man up and you do it, or you woman up and you do it. Simple as that. Or if you know already when you're cancelling, well then you make sure you jump in and say, hey, could we do this night instead? Or whatever night works for that person. It's only the fair thing. You're the one that cancels, whether you're a man or a woman. You know? And you know what? What happened to me, guys, it was a great reminders, and you don't be chasing your tail. You don't be chasing your tail as much of it as it sucks. But hey, this shit happens, guys. This shit happens. So make sure you reschedule, please. Show a bit of respect. Right? And if it's just for your 5 little seconds of pleasure of getting one over on the opposite sex, well then, where are you going with your life? It'll give you 5 seconds, and then you're back to your miserable old self. So you have not achieved anything. And ladies, I just want to finish this off. If you are out there and you think that the guy should be chasing you to reschedule a date after you've cancelled, you are in cuckoo land. You are fucking dreaming. And why would you want a guy who does that? You know what I mean? Now look, let's speak about the other part too. If guys cancel on women, and like this jerk off today, he's thinking, oh, well, what's going on? Poor little victim, right? Hasn't heard from her. You're in fairyland. Be respectful. Show some compassion. Show fucking empathy. Show some fucking... Yeah, okay, well, anyway, guys. I'm done with my rant today. Listen, I want to thanks for listening, and I will speak to you again, guys. Bye-bye.